And we're live.
I got a question for Chris about...
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering, because there are those movies that like every critic really, really loves, even though like they'll be rated pretty low by the population, like the general population on Rotten Tomatoes.
Sure.
What's one of those movies that you kind of have to like if you're in your line of work to kind of like have the respect of liking it, that you honestly think is kind of shit? Like,
Well,
not Citizen Kane, but something like that.
Well, I would hope that someone who is trying to be a professional film critic wouldn't feel that someone would have to like something. I would hope that that conversation would never come up, but it does. I've been in many situations where I've said, "Oh, I like this," and they're like, "What?" And I'm just like, "Okay, sorry, like big deal, you know." Everyone.
What movie gave you that reaction? Just as an example.
Under the Skin, I really, really loved with Scarlett Johansson, and a lot of people hate it because it's very strange. It's very weird. It's unconventional. It's off-putting. I can totally understand why anyone would hate that movie. It's a very artsy film, you know, and if you want more than just sort of like
I've seen exactly 3 minutes of it.
Okay, well, you've probably got the vibe of how it's going to be.
Well, that's how long Scarlett Johansson is completely nude in the film. I kind of just stuck to those 3 minutes of the movie, and that's really all I needed to absorb.
Gotcha. Yeah, those are good moments. I got to see those in the theater, so that was even better. But no, I really appreciated that movie, and a lot of people hate it. It's a very strange movie. There's another movie from that same year, actually, 2014. Called Enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal. Very weird movie. It's directed by Denis Villeneuve, who made Prisoners and Sicario, and is working on Blade Runner 2. Enemy, I do think, is a good movie, Dr. Chiz. But no, I actually really love that movie. It's very strange, it's very different, and it's hard to understand. It took me 2 months of just like thinking really to actually be like, I think I understand what that movie was going for. It's a very strange movie. Just similar to Under the Skin, very imagery based, a lot of metaphors and shit like that. But I love it, and I like movies that are sort of like puzzle pieces, where you feel like after you see it, it's kind of scattered and not in a bad way, like scatterbrained. Like it's like the pieces are there, and you can't just fully get it the first time. And I like watching movies like that when it ends, you feel like you kind of want to assemble those pieces and think up of like what was that about? What did that mean? And
some movies are better the second time almost, because you're like, oh,
yeah.
You can watch it from the beginning, knowing what's going on, and see, because the characters know what's going on, so they're acting like that. It's exactly. I know what you mean.